Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. Hope so you all will be fine by the grace of Allah Almighty. Students, in our previous lecture, we have studied different types of sets, that was finite and infinite set, equal and equivalent set, disjoint and overlapping sets, singleton set, null, void and empty set. In today's lecture, we will study the definitions of remaining types of sets, that are equivalent set, equal set and universal set. So let's move towards the equivalent set. Equivalent set means same number of elements. Here is the definition given. Two sets are equivalent if they have the same number of elements. For example, you can see at the bottom a set A is equal to A, B, C, D and B is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. Students, set A have number of elements, that is 4, and set B have number of elements, also 4. Both the sets have same number of elements, so we can say it as these sets are equivalent sets. Next one is equal set. Equal set means that have same number of elements and also have the same elements. Here is the definition given. Two sets are equal if they have exactly the same elements. For example, here is the set A which is equal to 1, 2, 3 and set B is equal to 2, 3, 1. Students, you can see that both have the same number of elements. Set A have number of elements, that is 3, and set B have number of elements, that is also 3, and both have the same elements, which is 1, 2, 3. So it is the example of equal set. Next one is universal set. Students, universal set is that in which all the possible sets are included. Here is the definition given. The universal set is the set of all the elements under consideration in a given discussion. For example, set A is equal to ABC, set B is equal to CDE and set C is equal to FGA. Students, set A, B, C have the considered elements and these considered elements will be represented in a circle. The elements of set A represented in a circle, that is AB. The elements of set B also represented in a circle, that is C, D, E. Both have the common element C. Students, I speak the alphabet C just one time because C is mentioned in both the sets and it also shows overlapping. Students, elements of set C also mentioned in the circle. Students, given elements represented in the circle and all the other elements lies outside the circle, both makes a universal set in which all possible sets are included. Students, we will solve question number 1 and 2 of exercise 1D. So let's move towards the exercise 1D and question number 1. Students, question number 1 is make a list of finite sets and infinite sets from the following. Part number 1 is set of cities in Pakistan. We have to see that the given sets are either finite sets or infinite sets. Students, as set of cities in Pakistan are countable and also it is limited. So we can write it as this set of cities in Pakistan is finite. Second part is set of universities in Lahore. So students, set of universities is countable in Lahore. So you can say it is limited and also a finite set. So I am writing here finite. Let's move towards the part number 3, set of whole numbers. So students, set of whole numbers is not limited and not countable. Set of whole numbers starting from 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on continue going on. So we can say that this set is infinite. So here I am writing infinite. Let's move towards the part number 4, set of negative integers. So students, set of negative integers is also not countable, not limited and also it is a infinite set. Infinite set. Let's move towards the part number 5, set of points on a line segments. On a line segment, how many sets of points are there? We can't count them. So it is also a infinite. Students, I write it here. It is also a infinite set. Next part is part number 6, set of vowels of the alphabets. We can count the vowels of the alphabet, so it is a finite set. It is finite. Let's move towards the question number 2. Make a list of empty sets from the following. We have to make a list of empty sets. Either the given sets are empty or not. We have already studied that empty set is that set in which no element is present. So in order to see here whole numbers between 9 and 10, here is no any whole number between 9 and 10, so it is an empty set. You can write here that empty set. Part number 2 is set of people who landed on Mars before 1994. Before 1994, there was no any people who landed on the Mars, so it is also an empty set. Third part is set of integers between 4 and 6. So between 4 and 6, there exists an integer which is 5. So 5 integer makes a set with element 1. It is not an empty set, so we will not write here empty set. Part number 4 is set of even primes. Student, set of even primes consists of elements and it is not an empty set. So let's move towards the part number 5, set of 3-digit numbers greater than 1000. Greater than 1000, 3-digit numbers are not present. Greater than 1000 would be 4-digit numbers. So it represents an empty set because greater than 1000 there is no any 3-digit number. It is an empty set. Part number 6 is set of the points of intersection of two non-parallel lines. Non-parallel lines, students, parallel lines have same distance and same direction, and non-parallel lines will intersect at one point. So there exists one point, it is not also an empty set. So we will not write here an empty set because it is not an empty set. Okay students, learn the remaining 3 definitions of types of set and also do practice of exercise 1D question number 1 and 2. Students, I am giving you a task. Do this task related to equivalent set and equal set. Stay home, stay blessed. Okay, Allah Hafiz.